Morning. So let's have some more fun. I'm kind of having a lazy day. Don't really feel like making music right now. I could, of course, clean up the house a bit, but let's make a fun video on. I'm recommended this video. I don't know why or where, but can scientists and religious leaders see eye to eye? I think this one is interesting because the old mind that I used to be in, the duality mind, it's the only thing that we know how to do, the positive, negative, the duality of it all. And it is so fun to look back. So we did this video a long time ago, but let's do it again. It is so fun, and the audio is horrible because they use a noise suppressor on it, which is or a noise gate, which is a big no-no. And this video, we have so much fun because it's supposed to be like Swami Dude versus American Scientist, but then we learn that, oh, wait a minute, the actual American Scientist has zero chance. Absolutely zero chance against, I guess we're calling him the Mystic, Mystic Swami, whatever. Um, it is way too fun. So let's look at that old mind. I can barely remember this. That's what is what makes it so comical to go back and look at it. It is such a faint memory, but it's the only thing when we're in it. It's the only thing we know. So it would be a great spot. This is the time I wish we were all sitting together and we could all have a same like these people are all sitting down, and I would ask you what's going to happen before it happens. But then what we're going to have to also have a discussion in that demiurge intelligence isn't being able to go into every situation thinking that you can predict it and all that. That's demiurge snaky stuff. But this consciousness is different. So they're like pawns in a chess game. They've chosen all their roles. They're not even real. They're real people as they're wearing the masks. So they will do what their story dictates, what they have chosen. They will follow their scripts. So let's guess, guy. I haven't watched any of this, but we already know what it's going to be. The scientist is going to say, "Oh yeah, well I'm literal and I can't really know anything beyond my literal stuff." Then everybody's going to come up with a bunch of beliefs and opinions, and we're gonna at the end we didn't have any truth, we didn't have anything. Just can people see eye to eye with belief systems and opinions?
Matt. I'm 41 years old. I'm a pastor. I'm Kyokai. I'm 40 years old. I'm a minister of Buddhist church. I'm Andrew.
And when the dude says I'm a pastor and all that, that's the guy to actually be afraid of. And I want to make a video or talk about another one that Joseph linked of the Tool song and a pastor looking at it, and I would say, watch out. These dudes got ultimate love and compassion, and these dudes are sharp as it gets. They're the most hidden of the hidden. They're the most. These guys can talk to 20,000 people in a church or whatever, the biggest church, mega church that could ever be. Just this guy here. I don't mean some mega church dude or anything, but every word will fall on deaf ears. Nobody ever heard the guy. That's the problem with our Americanized type of stuff. Everybody's got the same problem, though. Let's not get that wrong. But this guy, out of all of them, is the least heard because of our own programming. No one's allowed to know anything. No one ever did, and everyone's full of shit.
I'm 42.
Yeah, it's because we're full of shit.
And I'm a chemist.
I'm Jess. I'm 36, and I'm a volcanologist.
I'm Don. I'm 64. I'm a paleontologist and geologist.
And we pretend that somehow these are all separate things. Look at it, or I don't even want to say it because now I'm getting too deep in like the mystery type stuff.
I'm Amy. I'm 53, and I'm a rabbi.
I mean, it's like if it was you and you split, you can't do everything in life, so you need helpers in life. So one of you splits off and says, okay, I'm going to discover this paleontology shit. We'll even give it the name paleontology. And then this guy says, oh, I'm kind of interested in this. So I'm going to go do this with my life. And then we give it a name and shit. But we're just discovering life here, guys. It's not, none of this shit is sectioned off. Then if we put another box and claimed one is religion, or then that is somehow, we're just helping each other out, discovering ourselves and reality, and that's all that's happening. There's no war to be had here. There's no fight of opinions and greatness to be had. What the fuck is up with insane motherfucking humanity and shit? So let's get on it. Let's get on
She's
something.
like, just stay where you are. I was like, I don't know.
The big problem is that immediately you start.
Basically, we all we want to hear is them to go, well, we all believe in a bunch of shit, so you know what? Let's agree to disagree. You know, we'll be the nicest fucking people. We'll just be enemies of each other. We'll be liars. We'll never have any kind of truth of what we never got to the truth we were actually trying to get to. We figured out the truth was compromising the truth itself to satisfy our own fucking egos.
Creator, and I've battled creationism most of my entire career as an evolutionary biologist and paleontologist. It brings in a whole category of things.
As this name and this, I battled everything else, even though it's all supposed to complement each other and we're all supposed to be helping. I battled it with my ego because I wanted to be right. I wanted to stand on top of shit mountain and make all of humanity suffer for the greatness of my ego. I compromised all the real things for just the luxury of saying I was right, even though I was wrong.
Violate my rules as a scientist as well. And when I step back from that, especially when I step back from where I started as a religious person when I was younger, I look at this and I say, you know, if anything,
he started off as a religious person when he was younger. So that means he was taught to have blind faith in every fucking thing, and then he questioned that because it didn't make any fucking sense to him because he wasn't given the teachings of Jesus to do for real. So he couldn't find anything fucking real. Yeah, it's very understandable. It's how everybody becomes an atheist, just like you.
What we see now about the universe shows how poorly designed it is and how sloppy it is and how painful it is.
Oh, and then I'd battle that from the other. The universe is so sloppy and all that kind of shit. Dude, the world you live in is one motherfucking fucked up place. But, the universe, if you moved one thing out of place, just one fucking thing, the entire thing wouldn't work. That shows the absolute brilliance of it at the same fucking time, doesn't it? Oh.
And all these things which don't speak to a very
see, at the same time, I'm going to tell you that it's Yaltabaoth's universe. It's the creation of the ego and shit. Nothing is kind about it. It's trying to kill you at every fucking moment. But if you want to say some shit like, oh, this shit is just poorly designed and all, well, if you move one thing out of place, the entire thing doesn't fucking work.
Creator, because if anything, it makes
all the other egomaniacs that want to make humanity suffer out of the greatness of their own ego, they'd revel. These demons revel, but these demons are all of humanity. So don't make me myself make it look separate and shit. This is our human pact and shit. This is all we are capable of as humanity, as we have the nerve to believe this shit is intelligence itself.
I don't believe in a
supernatural God. I'm a
Well, I
Reconstructionist.
don't believe in shit. I got this shitty ass motherfucking belief system, and I got shitty ass opinions, and I claim to be a credible fucking human being. But I enjoy making all of humanity suffer out of the greatness of my own fucking ego, as I don't know what ego is. I think I'm being egoless by doing this.
Jew. For me, I don't.
Oh, we gotta hear this. I'm this creationist Jew, or so whatever she
All
can
these
say.
things which don't speak to a very benevolent creator, because if anything, it makes him look bad.
I don't believe in a supernatural God. I'm a Reconstructionist.
I wasn't gonna do it, but is that guy bringing up the most ultimate of duality paradoxes? Well, everything looks so horrible. This duality world that is really Satan's world itself. It doesn't appear to be God's world. This is so confusing to me.
Painful it is. And all these things which don't speak
The dumbed down idiots with absolutely no education in themselves. They like to ridicule, slander, blackmail, and extort everybody. They dumb us down through their own greatness, and they have the nerve to claim to be the intelligent people.
to a very benevolent creator, because if anything, it makes him look bad.
Hey, this reality that's really the creation of the ego. Hey, it's Satan itself, and that doesn't appear to be God. Oh, this is so funny how stupid we are. It is so funny.
I don't believe in a supernatural God.
I got beliefs.
Reconstructionist Jew. For me, I don't rely on a supernatural creator in order to remain astounded at the beauty of this world.
Astounded at the beauty of the circle of death. There is no circle of life here. The circle of death and never being able to go beyond the movie Jackass because you sarcastic, egotistical pieces of shit dumb us the fuck down.
It's sloppy. It's the world, right?
So you just copy that dude, going right with the motherfucking collector. Hey, the collector, we're the Borg and shit. Fucking right from Star Trek and shit. We're here to fucking kill off all of humanity and replace real intelligence with this shit right here.
World, we're sloppy. The world is sloppy, but it's also incredibly
Hey,
magical.
wait a minute, the world's a piece of shit, but it's actually beautiful. That you can't have the sweet without the sour. It's like the yin yang. It's like the duality we live in, but we can't even fucking see. That's making us more stupid by the second as we claim to be the intelligent people. And it's funny, I really want to get into this video. I only planned on doing this one for 2 seconds. I don't even give a fuck. Let's just do it.
And worthy of awe and
Oh,
respect.
the planet is so worthy of awe, but it's so evil at the same. All you know is this duality, and it leaves all of us in this position.
That it's here.
Could you learn the teachings of Jesus Christ that teach you past this ultimate fucking stupidity? This is the law that Jesus talked about. Jesus hates this fucking law that you have of separation. You make yourself all pompous and great in your ego as you pass it off to all of us as intelligence. We've grown up in it. So it takes us a tremendous amount of education just to be able to barely fucking see it.
Is amazing. That we're here is amazing, and I want to live in relationship to that amazement.
So how does your grandiose shit right here apply to any fucking thing? Can scientists not, when they all have a bunch of Lucifer's opinions and great fucking ideas that got Lucifer kicked out of heaven itself? Now all these fucking demons how do we recreate heaven out of our own opinions and great ideas that got Lucifer kicked out of heaven in the fucking first place? Here's all the demons. How can we recreate that God shit that we used to be in? Yeah, it was so awesome. We're going to recreate it through we got the poles here. Let's recreate it through duality, but we'll never know the middle path. And then we'll claim we do. We already got it.
And for me, it's not so much that science can answer more questions, But science certainly can guide us in a lot of
Okay,
ways.
now we're in the cycle. Now it actually is it's just repetitive of each one of them playing off each other as they dumb all the reality down, and we come out with the equation of dumb it down, stupid. Jackass was the only fucking thing to do. This is how we do it, guys. If you ever wondered how the world got so stupid, now let's look at how none of that shit actually stood a chance with somebody who knows who they are. Somebody who has actively spent their life discovering who they are. You find out you're spiritually naked. You find out you got nothing. You find out all your past shit just doesn't even fucking work. It just disintegrates and shit. So let's watch that fucking happen.
The first dimension of the mind is we are referring to as buddhi or
Oh, and to put it in context, of course the scientist came for the same thing and had no clue. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna get sat down like a little baby. I thought I was coming to this shit as equals, and we were just gonna hammer out opinions of duality, and then we were gonna agree to disagree and talk about how smart we are and the scientist got sat down like the little fucking baby it is.
generally considered intellect. I think modern societies, particularly modern education, has become too overly focused on the intellect. We got too mesmerized by our own logic, and we have invested too much in human intellect, leaving out the other dimensions of intelligence that functions within us.
Right when he says the other levels that function within, it's just the whole thing of function within us. The Western scientist already knows, I'm not allowed to do that. Well, I don't even understand what you're talking about. You must be talking a fucking foreign language to me. What you're doing is the most fucking forbidden thing that could ever fucking be done in my Western reality. I am not allowed to ask myself who the fuck I am. I'm not allowed to know myself. These dimensions of mind, no, you and your ego and all that. No. This dude's deer in the motherfucking headlights. Sit down, baby. It's time to learn some shit.
Dimension of the mind, we call it as ahankara, which in English language would translate as the identity. What is the identity you have taken?
The identity, that's who I believe I am. My opinions and I can't see beyond it. The movie Revolver shows it to me, but I would never be able to see the movie Revolver because it pertains to what you're talking about, which is the most forbidden thing that ever fucking could be.
Your intellect is always a slave of your identity. What you identified with, it is only around that it functions. Simple things. People are identified with things that they've not even seen.
Yeah. Simple to you shuts the motherfuckers down in a heartbeat, where all they knew how to do before is this, and they thought every single person in the world was exactly like this, and they could never see beyond it or nothing, just to get sat the fuck down.
And huge emotions are there. Their life is guided by those things. For example, all of us belong to some nation today. Just the moment you believe I belong to this nation, the emblem of that nation, the flag of that nation, the anthem of that nation, brings genuine emotion. Nobody's pretending, it's real. It's real because people are willing to die for it. It has to be real. But it's just an identity. You could just switch it any time. You can move to another country and take that on and it becomes yours. So the moment you identify yourself with something, your intellect is completely always protecting this identity and working.
Do you think the scientist has any chance in understanding this guy's talking about your belief system is getting in the way of you knowing truth? You think there's any chance that the scientist actually understands that that's what he's saying?
Around this identity. The next dimension of the mind is called as manas. So this is not...
The scientist could never understand it because he'd say, I don't understand what's getting in the way of anything. I believe I am my ego.
One place, this is the entire body. Manas is a huge side.
Every single one of these. I don't understand what's getting in the way. I am my ego. And that's why the world is such a miserable place to live in. I am Yalta-Bayoff, the ego itself that cannot see beyond myself. I take all of my great opinions, my great ideas, that I don't know the end roads for anything. And I just shape the world with those, and we create communism, a never ending cycle of humanity that we just plummet into over and over, and we never learn from it. Every single time we say, we will never let this happen again, and we will never, but the ego once again gets the best of us. We believe we are our egos. We were warned through all of history, the greatest enemy of all of humanity is its own ego, is Yalta-Bayoff, is the demiurge.
Of memory. So when I say huge silo of memory, whatever memory you may have in your brain, I know you're a brain fan. Whatever memory you may have in your brain.
Yeah, that was a joke completely over the scientist head. Yeah, I know you are a brain guy. As in, hey, you know those teachings of Christ where Christ is teaching you beyond duality? You know, the one guy's going, hey, the law gives me the right to judge one thing. You can't see that because you are a brain guy that is in the law.
Your body has 1 trillion times more memory than that. You definitely don't remember how your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather looked like, but his nose is sitting on your face right now. It remembers how your forefathers looked 1,000,000 years ago. Your body still remembers, has not forgotten. Definitely it is not the capability of your brain. So, in terms of memory, the manas is phenomenal and it's right across the body. Every cell in the body carries enormous memory. Memory to a point for the origin of life on this planet and beyond. All that memory is carried in this body. So this is manas. If there is no memory, intellect would be defunct. It's like a car without gas. Because there is memory, intellect is on. This memory flows through the hand of identity. And whatever is the identity, the memory takes on that color accordingly. And then it plays up in the intellect and intellect functions. The fourth dimension of the mind is called chitta. Chitta means it's pure intelligence.
And I guess I'm going to recommend this video to you all, and I guess just wrap it up right now and just have a laugh at the scientist. What does the scientist have to offer to this? Hey, dude, hey, after you gave me that fucking awesome wisdom about myself, all that forbidden shit that I'm not allowed to know, it was the greatest gift that you could ever give me. Hey, bro, my whole thing is watch me play with Bunsen burners. And that's what we claimed. Watch me play with my Bunsen burner. Every last one of these fucking idiots and shit. What you gonna do up against this motherfucker that's gonna sit your fucking ass down? You're gonna be, I didn't know the secret was me. I didn't know it was always fucking me. Wait a minute, I looked to all my Bunsen burners. How silly was I?